Good afternoon again. It's JC St. Louis's Oldest Living Hippie, and I'm bringing you a Midas Touch video that I over recorded from YouTube, and I'm going to just show you the first of it, and that's the has the points that I want you to ponder. Okay, so this is about female voter turnout. And I may stop it after he says a couple things just to reiterate. But anyway, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to go back here and start it over with. I guess I'm going to have to get rid of that again. Here we go.
So Donald Trump and the MAGA leaders in his movement are freaking out about this data of early voting that's coming in. That's that women are voting at a much significantly higher percentage than men. As Jim Kessler puts it, 14 million Americans have voted early in these 7 swing states. 1,387,977 more women have voted there than men. 55.1% to 44.9%. But the gender turnout gap grew by 101,929 since earlier in the week. Gender turnout gap is plus 13% in Pennsylvania, plus 12% in Michigan, plus 12% in Georgia, plus 11% in North Carolina, plus 8% in Wisconsin. The gender gap is pretty unprecedented. So what's Donald Trump and these MAGA leaders doing as they're freaking out? They're attacking women, of course. So here you have just a bunch of messages from these MAGA leaders like Nick Fuentes. If Trump loses, blame women. Tom Cox, that's why I make my wife do a mail-in ballot so I can make sure she votes for Trump. She's not going to vote behind my back.
He has no right to tell his wife how to vote. Any man who thinks he can tell his wife who to vote for is not the kind of man I want to be friends with. And those are the bygone days when the white male dominated the United States political landscape. White men have no right telling their wives, just because they're married to them, who they have to vote for.
Charlie Kirk, one of Donald Trump's main leaders of his Gen Z outreach and one of the main leaders in the MAGA movement in general, says, early vote has been disproportionately female. If men stay at home, Kamala is president. It's that simple. If you want a vision of the future, if you don't vote, imagine Kamala's voice cackling forever. Men need to go out and vote now. Cernovich, one of the big Trump leaders in the movement, says, male turnout in Pennsylvania for Trump has been a disaster. Unless this changes, Kamala Harris takes Pennsylvania and it's over. So then Charlie Kirk goes on the Megyn Kelly show, who Donald Trump famously said that she's bleeding out of your you-know-what when he didn't like a question that she asked him during the debate. And as our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski puts it, Charlie Kirk is very upset that Republican women may undermine their husbands and secretly vote for Harris while telling their husbands they voted for Trump, even though the husband works his tail off to make sure that she can have a nice life. Here.
Well, if the women have to lie to their husbands about who they voted for, that means that they're afraid their husbands will beat them or something. This is just, I mean, if this is what's happening over in the MAGA side, Trump's followers, the women, please vote for whomever you want. But if your husband manhandles you because they find out you voted for Kamala, seek help. Go to a battered woman's shelter. Get the hell out away from this bastard you're married to who is trying to force you to behave in a manner you don't want to do.
Here's what Donald Trump's top surrogate, Charlie Kirk, had to say. Play the clip.
And she needs people to basically lie to their husbands, which they are promoting, by the way, which I find that entire advertising campaign so repulsive.
Bullshit.
It is so disastrous. It is just like
I'll show it in a minute.
It is the embodiment of the downfall of the American family. I think it's so gross. I think it's so just nauseating, where this wife is wearing you'll show it, wearing the American hat. She's coming in with her sweet husband, who probably works his tail off to make sure that she can go, and have a nice life and provide for the family. And then she lies to him saying, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. And then she votes for Kamala Harris as her little secret in the voting booth. Kamala Harris and her team believe that there will be millions of women that undermine their husbands, and do so in a way that it's not detectable in the polling.
And one of the things that Donald Trump said in Green Bay, Wisconsin, as he was oddly dressed in a garbage man outfit, is he said that he says, women, whether you like it or not, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to force myself upon you. And whether you like it or not, I'm telling you I'm your protector. So be quiet, because I'm your protector, whether you like it or not.
Trump is telling you, as a woman, to be quiet. That's about as insulting as it can get. And here, there may be people out there voting for him, especially the maggots, but he cannot tell women in general who might not vote for him to be quiet, or women in the United States, period, to be quiet. Women in the world to be quiet. He has no right, no reach, or no legitimate reason that he can use to justify telling women to be quiet.
Actually, what Donald Trump said during his speech, wearing this weird garbage man outfit. What the hell's going on? Here he is saying it. Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign put out the following ad. Here, play this clip.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. 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 I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
I'm going to stop it there. I think you probably heard about or read the article about this other beauty pageant woman who's like in her 50s or something now, has come out and described how Trump tried to rape her and up in his hotel room at one of his beauty pageants. This whole idea that white men have the right to control the women of the country and stop them from voting for whom they want. As women, every one of the women of this world and this country should be super pissed off at the things that are being said right now that are so down, so horrible to and about women from the Donald Trump side of the arena. That's enough, I guess. This is long enough. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, saying, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck Donald Trump, fuck all the other assholes that their tweets or whatever they were read by the Midas Touch video. These guys are total idiots. And so stand up and fight for your rights. As a female, please get out there and vote blue. Vote a straight blue ticket all the way up and down, from the president all the way down to the dog catcher if you have to. Anyway, I love all of my friends and family and followers, and just want to say to everyone, pock some more Jack and keep on trucking.